love this. I come from Essex, which is a place in England, to the east of London. Fair to say it's got a complex history and a dubious reputation. And my relationship with the place is deeply ambivalent. I was born and brought up there, and I couldn't wait to leave. But recently, the place seems to have inhabited my brain. So I've started to write a film about it actually. It turned out it wasn't a film. So I've turned it into a play. And frankly, it's not a play either. There's no dramatic action, there's no action at all actually. There's no mise en scène, it's just people saying stuff. So I thought we might try and do a couple of pages from that. So I need some volunteers, please. I need the Hopkins. Anyone knows Hopkins? Witchfinder General.
Witchfinder General?
But it's not the Witchfinder General, don't worry. It's Gerard Manley Hopkins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? So, he, of course, he's a poet. Yes, he is. Sprung rhythm and all that, if you know your poems. He was a brilliant, absolutely brilliant poet, but he was also a miserable hypochondriac. And he used to go on food fads. There's Hopkins for you. I now need an Essex. Hey,
Because he comes from Essex, so I think it's only fair.
This is not a personification of the county. It's not Joey Essex, who is a TV celebrity, I understand. It's David Essex, who was a Hartman in the 70s. Oh no, it's taking him back. Oh sorry, that's not Essex. This is Essex. And I'm afraid you've got songs and verse to read. David. And I need a Dr. Feelgood. This is not the rhythm and blues band from Canby Island. It is the good doctor who ministers to all our needs. So I need a doctor, please.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Yeah, brilliant. There we are. So I'm going to read the bits in italics, and we'll run through it quickly, and then we'll do it properly afterwards, okay? So I'll read the bit in italics, and then Essex starts. So, David. Go on. I just want to run through it, and then we'll do it properly, yeah?
When Father went down to Southend to spend a happy day, he didn't see much of the water, but he put some beer away. When he landed home, Mother went out of her mind when he told her he'd lost the seaweed and left her cockles behind.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I'm not even the best poet in the family.
I prescribe amphetamine sulfate twice a day. Do not eat between doses. Always take with alcohol.
Watching the stagnant ocean breathe painfully, it only wants to drag you down by your feet. No one swimming in the water, no sharks, no eels, no little lifeboats, just a history lesson and some two-bit Victorian ghosts.
So that's sort of more poetic rather than song.
Okay.
I've already given up fluids.
I prescribe lysergic acid dipylamine on alternative days.
Diethylamine.
Diethylamine. Diethylamine on alternative days. Watch the stony beaches heave and flex. Listen to the poetry of the westerly wind. As needed, mitigate come-down effects with high THC, synthetic or comparable THC, extracted products taken subliminally.
I don't know what that means, but you
Go back to Tilbury, stay at the Beta Motel. Why don't you tell me, cher mademoiselle?
I've given up salt.
I prescribe banana skins, dried and smoked. If you can forage some magic mushrooms to wrap them in, all the better. Also, any prescription drugs you can steal from pharmacists will do no harm in large doses.
Oh, I've said goodbye to Holloway. Farewell to Southend-on-Sea. Got on the first train to Walton, but who had one to call on? By the sea heard laughter, threw my clothes in the water.
I've given up everything.
Little half lines for you there, David.
Come here, baby. Ain't gonna do no harm. I just want to shoot some rock and roll in your arm.
Beautiful. Now let's do it properly.
What's the difference?
So the first bit you'll know is from Camarade. It's one of my favourite pieces of Camarade. The sea reach of the Thames stretched before us like the beginning of an interminable waterway. In the offing, the sea and the sky were welded together without a joint, and in the luminous space the tanned sails of the barges drifting up with the tide seemed to stand still in red clusters of canvas sharply picked, with gleams of varnished spirit. A haze rested on the low shores that ran out to sea in vanishing flatness. The air was dark above Gravesend, and further west, on the upper reaches, the place of the monstrous town was still marked ominously on the sky, a brooding gloom in sunshine, a lurid glare under the stars.
When Father went down to Southend to spend a happy day, he didn't see much of the water, but he put some beer away. When he landed home, Mother went out of her mind when he told her he'd lost the seaweed and left the cockles behind.
I'm not even the best poet in the family.
I prescribe amphetamine sulfate twice a day. Do not eat between doses and always take with alcohol.
Watching the stagnant ocean breathe painfully, it only wants to drag you down by your feet. No one swimming in the water, no sharks, no eels, no little lifeboats, just a history lesson and some 2-bit Victorian ghosts.
I've given up fluids.
I prescribe lysergic acid
Diethylamide.
on alternative days. Watch the stony beaches heave and flex. Listen to the poetry of the westerly wind. As needed, mitigate come-down effects with high THC, synthetic or comparable THC extracted products taken sublingually.
Going back to Tilbury, stay at the Beta Motel. Why don't you join me, cher mademoiselle?
I've given up salt.
I prescribe banana skins dried and smoked. If you can forage some magic mushrooms to wrap them in, all the better. Also, any prescription drugs you can steal from the pharmacist will do no harm in large doses.
Oh, I've said goodbye to Holloway. Farewell to Southend-on-Sea. Got the first train to Walton, but I've no one to call on. But I see heard laughter through my clothes in the water.
I've given up everything.
Come here, baby. Ain't gonna do you no harm. I just want to shoot some rock and roll in your arm.
Wakefield woodcock on Carpenter's Bridge, so bag of fire must burn, or excessive smell nuisance. Brilliant, everyone.